Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
And he looks like a big
How dare
Teletubby.
you?
Not a Teletubby. What do you look like a treasure troll.
Yeah.
You look like a treasure troll, like a pink-haired treasure troll.
I didn't know
Every
what that
time I
was.
see you.
Isn't it nice? I got out of the car the other day and she goes, "Wow, you are so brave." Then she goes, "Maybe you should be less brave."
And I stand behind that. Sometimes you should not follow your gut and do something stupid. Like put like little pink stripe in your hair, test it out. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Even in your story when you first got it done, you were like...
Well, at first I was like, uh-oh. And now I love it.
You should not. You should keep that first opinion. I am not going to lie to you. That is one thing.
You know, sometimes it'd be nice if you would.
No, I'm not. I refuse. I feel like I have let people walk around looking horrible before. Like I've had friends, they have pepper in their teeth or like a piece of meat in there. I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I don't say anything. I did that big part of my life, and I'm like, you know what? We don't have that friendship. You need to dye your hair back brown.
You know, I saw Chance and Travis at Starbucks on Saturday, and Chance goes, "Oh my God."
See, he is his mama's
and I was
child.
like, "You like it?" And he's like, no.
Yeah, and he's honest. Like, he's not going to lead you astray. Yes.
I love it. I think it looks great on me.
No, it really does not. And then he, like, made up this whole thing about he's, like, promoting breast cancer awareness or something.
It is. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October.
I know it is, but you know what? You were like, you made a bad decision, and then you just, instead of saying, I really wanted, you said you wanted to have pink hair for a long time. You've been thinking about it for a long time.
And I was like, this is the perfect time to do it because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Aware with the hair.
Well, I mean... Wear pink instead. Just it does not.
I've ran into a lot of problems. This hair doesn't go with much.
Well, obviously, first of all, let me give you some advice. It's the wrong shade pink, okay? I think if you would have done it more like I don't know what it is about the shade.
I was going for like a fuchsia.
No, that's the problem. I think it should be like either like a really, really light pink. Like that would have been fun, like a cotton candy. If you're going to go for it, either go big or go real subtle. And big, it would have looked ridiculous, but I would have at least been okay with it. Or go subtle, like have it like mostly brown, but then like in the light, it's like a glistening, a pinkish red. Mm-hmm. But no, it's like, I don't know. I still don't. Yeah, it's not going to grow on me, so I hope it grows out of you real fast because I have really tried. Like, I cannot.
Okay, so I was scrolling through my Instagram feed this week, and I've got a Kim and Kroy update for you from Real Housewives of Atlanta. The judge sided with Kroy in the fact that the house needs to be sold. Well, someone was very proactive and put their house on the market. It was neither one of them. There is a fake listing for Kim and Kroy's house.
With who?
And it's like a for sale by owner situation in Milton, Georgia.
No way.
It's $3.2 million. It was $3.28, and this person did a price reduction.
That's smart. You know what? They're trying to be helpful.
They're
it's
like,
stressing
hey,
them
got an
out.
Offer?
Yeah.
They'll go give it to them, you know?
Also, do they get commission if they sell their house?
I don't know.
They should.
No. I don't know. They might hold the offer until they do.
Yeah. You know, I would ask for at least like 1% just for doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. And the photos are all photos that were like on TV. They're just like screen grabs.
Of like Kim.
Yep. Kim in the kitchen. Yeah.
In the closet, selling a handbag.
I think some of them aren't even like of the house, but it's kind of funny.
I mean, that's kind of hysterical. I saw something yesterday, like when I was sitting in carpool having nothing better to do, that the judge also said that like Kim had to sleep in the basement.
Yes. Okay, so she did not show up for court the first time that they had a hearing for the divorce. And, you know, she was trying to get the whole thing thrown out because she was like, we slept together, so obviously he still loves me, so this thing's off. And he was like, no, it's not. I'm still divorcing you. So they finally both showed up for the hearing. The judge was very mad that Kim did not show up for the first hearing. She was on a plane back from Colombia because she was filming The Surreal Life. So they go to court, and the judge says, no, we're moving forward with the divorce, and you need to sleep somewhere else. And Kim was like, well, I have a bad neck, so I have to sleep in the bed with my husband. And she was like, no. Or I think Kroy was like, well, she was just in Colombia for 2 weeks filming a show, so she's probably fine. She didn't have her $20,000 mattress there. And the judge was like, yeah, you're in the basement. The judge also said that Kroy gets to keep the Escalade, and she has to share Brielle's Range Rover with her.
What?
That's her car.
I feel like this judge does not like her for some reason.
No, she pissed the judge off when she didn't show up the first time. Like, she just no-showed Her lawyer didn't know she wasn't coming, just no-showed. So that was a bad move, I would say.
So now she's in the basement.
Now she's in the basement sharing a car with her daughter.
I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know how I feel about that. And then he gets his car and the bed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So he was saying that if this house does not sell in the next month, the water's already been turned off once. They got it back on. Guess how much money they're bringing in a month?
How much?
Yes.
Did it come out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They both are not working right now?
He gets a pension from the NFL, and then she gets some social media money. So guess
$10,000.
Yes.
That's how much they're getting a month?
Yeah. He gets $4,500 a month from his NFL pension, and she gets $5,000 a month from. It's not even like social media posts. It's like something with Facebook. You know, like when certain people have done this. You've seen before. They have like these little clickbait post things.
Yeah. Yes.
She does it on Facebook, and that's how she makes $5,000 a month.
Well, dang, I'm going to start doing that on Facebook. Follow me. Follow me, Steph Hollman on Facebook. Click all of my things.
All the links.
I'd be like, somebody died. Click link in bio.
The neighbor's dog. Yep.
The other day, I saw this is so off topic, but whatever. I saw something and it had like RHOD. It was on some Bravo account and they're like, someone from RHOD died. And I'm like, y'all are crazy. First of all, I was on that show. Second of all, I know nobody died. But it's a
but
stupid
did you click
clickbait.
on it?
No, I'm not going to give them a penny. Like, stop it.
Okay, so you've been offered these things before. How
Yes.
much do you get paid per click?
I did not care enough to even ask. I said, absolutely no, thank you. Because here's the deal.
But it's
No,
like pennies.
I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know if somebody actually does get paid or if we
It's
find
not whole
out how many
dollars.
clicks Kim gets on her thing. If that comes
Mm-hmm.
out, let us know. But for me, it's annoying, first of all, when
Yeah.
people do that on their page. And then second of all, it's just stupid. Like, I don't want on my page or my story,
Mm-hmm.
like clickbait titles. Like, that's
Yeah.
so dumb. Like, somebody from HOD or RHOD died. And like, I'm not going to have that up there or have things about that aren't truthful, that are misleading.
Yeah.
For people to click so I get a penny. Like, I am not that hard up for money. However, if I was going to lose my house or something, I probably would. I'm going to be honest. I would. Now that I know she makes $5,000 a month doing that, I'm rethinking my life choices. I should have done it.
So that's the latest there. Kroy, I did not realize he was dyeing his hair blonde all these years.
Oh, me neither. Is he a
He was
brunette
seen
now?
leaving church the other day. Kim was not there. And yeah, he had a full dark beard and dark hair.
Oh, wow. Does he look good with dark hair?
Yeah.
I could see
Honestly,
that.
better than the blonde.
I could see. You know who else looks better with dark hair?
Don't even say it. Who?
But besides you, Eminem.
Oh.
Eminem. He was like blonde, but now
Yeah.
he looks so much better with dark hair and a dark beard.
Mhm.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. Much better.
All right, so you sent me this link the other day. I felt like we had covered
We had
this. but
already discussed this, but so
people
many
are
people were
just
sending me
wowed.
things. And then I really thought about it. When I was on the phone with Trey, I said, people want me to talk about this. So you know who you are. Here you go. It's about moms, homecoming moms. We already talked about it. And I guess there's all these things on TikTok and on the news about how everything's bigger in Texas, including these really obnoxious moms, like are the size of these poor children's bodies. And first I thought that's cruel and unusual punishment, for somebody to have to wear something that hideous around their neck. But then, But then I'm like remembering back to there's an event in Dallas, and I know people who live here know it's called Mad Hatters. And
the
we
ugly
filmed
hat
there
contest,
season
right?
1. Well, it's not an ugly hat, it's a hat contest. It's not necessarily an ugly hat contest, but it's a hat contest. And I went season 1, and Brandy and I did our own decorating because there's somebody in Dallas. I don't even know who he is. It's a guy. I think he has a floral shop maybe. I do not know, nor do I care because I don't go to Mad Hatters. But he makes these really, some of them are beautiful, but some of them are just super obnoxious hats for wealthy women in Dallas. And these women spend thousands of dollars on these hats. And season 1, I was not a baller and I had no budget. So I was like, I knew Travis would be like, absolutely not. You're not spending $2,000 on an ugly hat for somebody to make you a hat. So, and I did not really have my own money at the time either, because we weren't getting paid that much. But that is neither here nor there. So Brady and I did it. But when I went there, people had these really ugly hats they will never wear again. They spend thousands of dollars. These hats were humongous with shit just coming out of every angle, right?
Not literal shit. Brandy's was literal shit.
Well, Brandy's was literal, but it like cost her $5. So I stand by that. It was like, but I think that's how Mums is. Like that is like where you go to be seen. Whoever has the most obnoxious hat, like you get to win a contest. I don't know what you win. Nor do I care because I will never be one of those contestants.
Some of them have lights and glitter, and it's just a lot of ribbon.
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. This one lady had like a whole city, I think, like a Paris, like on the rim of her hat, and her hat was humongous. So then I was like, well, thank God I don't have a daughter because I would definitely tell her, don't do that to yourself. But then here's the deal. If you have a little girl, then like, would you buy her that?
I mean, you have to do it. Everyone else in school is doing it.
Yeah, you don't want her to be the loser with a little mom because you think it looks bad whenever everybody else thinks it's the cool thing to do.
Yeah. No, Stephanie yesterday was like, I'd buy that poor little girl a Valentino bag before I bought her. Spent thousands of dollars on an ugly piece of ribbon.
I'd be like, listen, Mama will get you something that you can keep forever or something that you can keep
Wear
a picture of and be embarrassed of forever.
Yep.
So, but I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was a parent. I don't know why kids want to do this to themselves.
You're
though.
fast approaching the moment where you are going to have to do this with Chance.
For his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Then, see, that's my problem. I'm like, I want to be a good person and be like, can I get you a normal mom and have like Daniel come and do your hair and makeup? That you'll be the most fabulous looking person without a doubt. For homecoming, I promise you, you won't look like a fool with a big mom and you'll have your glam done. Like that is me being a good like future mother-in-law.
That is nice of you.
Right? Like I would rather do that than, but if I did have to get them a mom, I would want them to be the best mom ever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We're
going to revisit this in a year or two.
Yeah, in a year or two, I'm going to be that idiot that buys a huge
$1,700 on a mom.
But then there has to be a way. I'm going to figure out a way between then and now and then to do it the right way because they're just so ugly. Like
we should start a service called like Rent a Mom.
Yes.
And we can just rent these things out.
I mean, I don't feel like it's hard because they're so ugly. Like I was actually a little embarrassed for our state whenever I was watching this. I'm like, why can we not be known for something good? Like we are with the Texas State Fair and all of our fried food. That's a good thing. Like I'm proud about that. But like to wear big ass mums around our children's necks, like what are we doing, people?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Are you into the lottery at all?
I mean, I want to win, but I need to buy a ticket. So, yeah.
Apparently, you're supposed to go buy tickets today because it's up to $1 billion.
Okay, have you heard about this? So I did not know this, but you know how many people buy tickets for the lottery and then they never really know if they win anything? Yeah. Okay, so there's this thing you can do, and it's like an annual lottery. I think you have like a ticket, and then they actually send you money in the mail if you win throughout the year. Anything and everything.
Wait, what?
And Travis knows somebody who did this. And he has been sent like $400 or $500 so far this year. Oh. Like he'll just get like $20 here, $200 here, $300 here from the lottery. So I would do that for everything. Like it's, I swear, I know.
I need more details on this.
Yeah. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go and buy like an annual lottery thing.
Oh, it's not like Powerball.
I think it's for everything. If you,
so you like buy those numbers for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and then anything that happens that year, he's gotten like 4 or 5 checks.
I'm more so going for the $1 billion.
No, see, I would be fine.
Well, you're already rich. I'm over here. I'm trying to get there. You know? You're already there.
What was it that I sent you yesterday on TikTok that was so you? It was like trans something or another. Trans financial.
I'm trans financial.
It's a poor
like
person that identifies as a rich person.
Yeah. She's like, this used to be you. I was like, this is still me. I'm a poor person. Wait, I'm a rich person trapped in a poor person's body.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yes. So yeah, it was so funny. I watched it and I sent it to Sherry and I was like, oh my gosh, is it so bad? The moment I started watching this, I was like, this reminds me of you.
It's true.
It's very true. It's very true. Yes.
Amen.
Maybe we should do that, Trey. Like to make you the rich person that you want to be. Start a mom business. I'm not joking. We need to go. I need you to go. I'm not going to go to flower school, but I feel like one of us needs to go to floral school.
There are some very vicious moms that have mom businesses that would try to take us down in a heartbeat.
Oh, you know what? I dare them. I dare you. Come after me in my mom business. I swear, I'm going to make it happen. Like sparkly with lights. There's a way to do it where they have to look like less obnoxious. Because all the ones that I saw, well, no, there is.
I don't know.
We'll make like.
We should make mums.
Yes, we will. But
we're going to wear mums next week.
One of us needs to know what we're doing. They need to be like, I think a flower shop. Like you need to.
Well, no, you don't actually. There's not like an actual flower on it.
Well, I know, but I think you need to learn how to like put things together to where it looks good. But you need to go to.
I have no interest.
I know this is really could change our lives.
Right on that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I don't know what I'll do. If I have to buy it, then we may have to start a business, or I'll figure it out. I'll see what people in LA do with mums. Like,
I don't think they do mums.
There's a reason because they look dumb.
All right, so the Beverly Hills trailer came out yesterday. What'd you think?
I just kind of watched the end of it, I think. I didn't
it was 3 minutes. You watched the end of the 3 minutes? Well, because I
didn't really see the whole... all I saw was at the end where they were talking about Kyle and the whatever Mauricio thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so over that, by the way. I cannot tell you. Like, I already don't want to watch Beverly Hills because I'm so over this thing. Like, I don't know if it was just bad PR on her part, but like...
Yeah.
If you're a lesbian, just be it, girl. I do not care. It just feels like they're trying. If she's not, I feel like they're trying to take a Selling Sunset storyline and put it into Beverly Hills, and that's annoying.
Yeah, I thought it was a good trailer. It's not their best trailer. My highlight was when Denise and Camille and Kim Richards came in.
But that's also when
I don't know what I'm walking into with this season, other than that divorce, which will be the last 2 episodes, and then we probably won't even get answers there. Actually, I can tell you for a fact, it's at the end, and it picks up on Buying Beverly Hills. So,
the divorce stuff?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and Trey knows because obviously he works for Mauricio, so just know you're going to spend all season not getting any answers.
I don't think you're going to get a solid answer this season because what he said is a lot of this happened after the fact. They did pick up cameras again, but a lot of it you will see on Buying Beverly Hills.
Yes.
So I think Kyle will also be on Buying Beverly Hills.
Smart for her.
I don't know. I agree. It's like the whole trailer was wrapped up in all the rumors, but I thought it was very interesting. They really made her look out like to be the asshole.
Really?
In the situation. You didn't think so?
Well, I mean, I'm so over it that I did not care. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. If you're living your truth and you're not trying to like make it a story, like it just feels like it's a storyline right now. It doesn't feel like it's an honest thing to me. In the beginning, I thought, oh, maybe she's hiding her truth because she's waiting for her children. But now it just feels like if that is the truth, if it's used for television show, it doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel genuine to me at all. And maybe it's because it's been drugged out for so long and you're almost over it.
So July 4th is when this broke. So it's been a minute.
I mean,
we're not going to get an answer until Christmas, people.
Yes.
At the earliest.
And knowing that it comes at the end and you still don't get resolution, it's kind of annoying. But also but we're still going to watch it and talk about it.
Yep, we sure will.
Yeah, I do like Kim Richards. I do like Denise. It's interesting that they keep bringing people from the past back on.
Well, and this is our first season without Renna.
Yeah.
But I like when they bring the old characters in. Like, I was happy to see Denise.
Yeah. No, Denise is awesome, yes. But why do you think they do that? Like, why just not?
I think there's like a nostalgia piece to it.
Do you think it's to test the audience to feel like if they want them back? Or
Beverly Hills has always done that though. Like they'd pop in like Adrian Malouf here and there. Like I think if they've been a character, the audience just likes that. There's that. I don't know. It's a comfortability feel. Like you know them. So it's nice to see them back. And then you have this new girl. Don't know anything about the new girl.
So what did you think watching the beginning of the trailer? Because all I saw was the Kyle stuff, and I was just like, oh, I'm just kind of over that part.
I don't know. There really wasn't much substance to it. Like, they went to Vegas, and then they went to Barcelona, and then Kyle and Mauricio are maybe getting divorced, maybe not. There wasn't a ton there. What
did the audience think? Did you go through and read the comments?
No, but I can.
Okay.
Let's see.
I always read the comments, so I know if I'm crazy or sane. And sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. I'm like, wait, what is the audience seeing that I'm not seeing? But Whenever I watched the ending of it, I did not. Wait, whose page are you on though?
This is on Bravo and Cocktails.
Okay.
So they're pretty reputable. Someone said, I miss Lisa Vanderpump. Someone said, remember all season before this, when they're giving picture perfect vibes and publicity, obsessed with each other, red flag. It's missing context, I think. Like he's talking about rumors and she's saying, for once, the rumors aren't about me. Yeah, that's not fair. Meanwhile, everyone else already knows, but it seems like Bravo is playing into it. Someone said this feels so produced. Someone said, are we buying this? Someone said Mauricio looks really uncomfortable. I agree with that. He looked very uncomfortable. A lot of people want Lisa back.
Yeah.
People are saying they want Brandi Glanville back. Kyle's not being received very kindly in the comments, if I'm just running through these. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that it's her job. I think there was just too much press on it from the beginning, and and nobody's really saying anything. It just feels like everyone's skirting around it, and that's what feels very produced.
Mm-hmm.
If people were being honest, and especially with her and that Morgan Wade girl.
Yeah.
If you
she tattooed her first initial on that girl. That's a little strange.
So that's either best friend forever tattoos or
well,
because I think Morgan has one on her as well. I don't know.
No. Kyle was tattooing a K onto Morgan.
Yes, but I think Kyle has one. Doesn't she have one as well, or no?
I think they have the same tattoo. She doesn't have like an M on her though. I don't believe, unless it's somewhere that we don't see.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll watch it, but I'm not as excited as I was in previous seasons.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So as you guys know, because I've talked about this so many times, a lot of the things I talk about with my therapist at the moment have to do with my children. And today we were talking about moms. And I'm saying, if your parents do not get you a mom and you think you need therapy, just know that they love you enough to not get you a mom. So they're actually being good parents. But those are certain things that you think about. The other day when you and I were talking about this in the car, it's so silly. It's mom, it's Texas, it's silly, right? But I literally stopped as a parent and I thought, I'm going to deal with this in a few years, right? I didn't know the mother of the son had to buy this stinking thing. So I'm like, I have to buy this, and I don't really approve of people looking like this walking around town. Like where do my values lie? Do they lie with myself or with making this girl feel
Texas tradition
big and fancy? But I think therapy is something where you would take those questions to your therapist and be like, okay, what is the right thing to do? Is the right thing to...
Is it about me or is it about...
Well, obviously the right thing should be about the child, not about me. I know this, but sometimes it's hard to still not want it to be about me. But those are things that I really struggle with, is like that fine line of wanting to be a cool parent, wanting to be my kid's friend, wanting to do right by them, but also not overstepping my my boundaries and their boundaries, and making decisions for them. And instead, I know I need to empower them to make more decisions.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire, you get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/weeklydose today to get 10% off of your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose.
I think I'm ready for a child. Why are you looking at my pink hair when I say that? You're like, no, you're not. Your hair's pink.
Not until you dye your hair back brown.
I think I'm ready for a child now. I was talking to someone at the office the other day, and they are looking into adoption. And I was like, wait, let me know what all you find, because that's something I really want to start exploring in the next year or so.
Okay.
So I found 3 other friends in the office that are open to adoption. So we're now on an adoption journey together. I haven't told Zach yet, but that's not anything new. So
you can figure everything out regarding. So you're feeling adoption over surrogacy, or
I want to weigh both options.
Yeah.
There's also someone else in the office that has had a surrogate. So it's I want to I'm starting to ask more questions and inquire more. Because if I started right now, it would probably still take me 2 or 3 years to have a kid.
Yeah.
And I want a kid in 2 years, so I'm trying to find the express lane here.
Yes, you probably should start
I also
looking at your options.
I want a 2-year-old.
I like that.
Because I don't want to potty train.
Well, that's not the reason you should want a 2-year-old, but I like that. The reason I like that is because I would. 2-year-olds are still like, I like when people adopt kids that are a little older because those are kids that really have a hard time finding forever homes.
Well, and so that's what someone in the office, they were saying they want to adopt a kid that's just a little bit older.
Yeah.
Because of that reason. I was like, oh.
So, I mean, like 4, 5, 6 even. Have you ever thought about being a foster parent first, or you're like, no?
See, we had that conversation too, and I have a family member that did that, and it was not a great experience because they fell in love with the kid, and then the kid was then given back to the parents. And that happened 2 or 3 times. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I really don't know if I could build that connection with who I think is going to be my child, and then they're not my child.
Mm-hmm.
That would be taken away. That would be really hard. So I don't know.
Well, I definitely think you should look into it. You should meet with adoption agencies. You should kind of figure everything out, and go. Be very informed. You don't have to, pull the trigger right away and go into it head first. But I definitely think you should be informed of the steps and the processes and how long it takes and all of that. Because, but I think it's a great thing to adopt. I really, really do. There are a lot of kids that need good homes.
We were talking about too, we're just on the topic of adoption, but adopting a kid that's maybe 3, 4, 5. At what age can the birth parents really mess that kid up? Like, what is it? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say? Like, what is the first impressionable age?
I don't know. I think it's more about how you guys would do with a child, even if the child has issues before being into your care. I think some people are really, really good with helping children who have gone through a lot and really helping them cope. And then other people maybe aren't as equipped. So it would really depend on how comfortable you feel dealing with a child that you may have to get therapy with who has a lot of trust issues. I think you're really good with kids. You've been around my kids, so I think you would do really well. You're very trustworthy. You show up. I think showing up is a big deal with children. They want to know that they can count on you. You show up for them, that they're your number one priority. And so I will say, just with my kids and you being around my children, you've always shown up. You've always given your all. You've always been somebody that they really depend on. I think you'd be a great father.
I think where I'm going to have the most issue, and we were having this conversation too, is trusting the adoption agency. Because what my friend was sharing was that they have found some adoption agencies that are not very trustworthy.
Yeah.
And they won't tell you, whether the mom was on meth when she gave birth or where the kid actually came from, if it was, a teenager or if it was a full adult that went to jail. They won't always be very honest, which I think there should be so much legislation around that. Like, that's wild that's not very transparent. But I also understand your goal as the adoption agent is to get the child adopted, not to say this child's damaged. But I don't know. I want to make sure that we go with a reputable agency. There's all sorts of, agencies in Dallas, but then
also,
the research process is very interesting.
But also, they kind of do that for reasons because a lot of times if parents do not want to be found, they really can't give you any information.
Yeah.
People think that I've worked in adoption agencies before.
Yeah, why do people think that?
I have no idea. I have not. I have friends who have adopted. I have not. I've worked at Head Start. I've worked for a homeless pregnancy shelter. We did nothing with adoption there. That was a totally different agency.
So she brought that up. They were like, "Doesn't Stephanie have an orphanage?"
No,
I was like, "What?"
No. I have zero orphanage. I have nothing in adoption agencies. I do not know much. I have a family member who's a foster parent in Oklahoma, and they fostered many, many, many children, and they love it. They have. Probably like 20 kids have gone through their home and they do great with it. I don't know. I could be a foster parent, but after my kids are gone, I don't think I have the time or the capacity to really give my all to any, Chance and Cruz take up all my time. And sometimes I still don't know if I have enough time to really give them that
And Travis gives up the rest.
Yes, and then Travis is my other big baby. Oh my gosh, his knee, he is literally falling apart. I have to complain real quick.
Can we talk about when you When you broke him the other day.
Yes. He's like, I swear, he's falling apart on me. First of all,
this was hysterical.
I had no idea what. Like, I really feel like I am married to a grandfather right now. I really do. Like, I am like, he is falling apart. I'm 43. He's 10 years older. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, I think you need multiple surgeries or like something. There's something wrong with you. And he's always complaining. His back's always out. And then
I think he just needs a like really good massage.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. And I'm not the one. I am not the one to massage. I am not. I have a little thing that I put on his back, the thing that like beats your back. It's like a little hammer.
Theragun thing.
Yeah, Theragun. I have that. Whatever. I'll do it if I have to, but I really don't like. I mean, it's just not like I've had a long day too. Last thing I want to do is spend 5 hours getting your kinks out. Like,
well, so we're at this lunch the other day. And he's like bent over, and I couldn't tell what he was doing, like letting out a fart quietly or what he was
like
doing.
stretching
but
his
he was
back.
Like bent all the way over, facing Stephanie, and Stephanie is like motioning to me that I should like rub his back, and I'm like, no, that's weird. I'm not gonna rub his back.
Because whole way there, he's complaining about how his back hurts and how I don't do a good enough job.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's not my job to just rub his back.
Like, I'm not good at it. So
and then
I was
Tyler
like,
tried to hand me a fork to like scratch it, and I was like, no. So Stephanie grabs his arms and she's like pulling him, trying to help him like stretch his back out. Then that was it. Nothing else happened after that. And then he's walking away from the car and he's upset because he said that you broke him when you pulled him. And I was like, how can little 120-pound Stephanie Hollman soaking wet rip his back in half? It was the funniest thing.
It was so ridiculous. He was so annoyed with me. And I did nothing but try to help him. I am done helping people. You know what? If your back's out, that is you and the Lord need to take it up. I am done. I'm not going to stretch your back. I'm not going to rub your back. I'm not going to take a fork to your back. I'm done.
A fork.
Like, whatever. I am so done. He was like,
I think he just needs a really good massage.
He could not walk. Like, he was right? Like, he walked away, and it was real sad. It was like,
I threw a broomstick up his butt.
It was so bad. So then, the past few days, he can't, like, his knee starts hurting. So not only is his back out, but his knee is also out. And I'm like, I cannot handle it. Lord Jesus, I need you to take control of this man's health because I cannot take it anymore. Like, it's so annoying. He's up all night, like, whenever people make noises. And I'm not going to lie, I'm awake. Like, I am very aware. He's grunting all night. He's like, and he's wanting me to wake up so I can say, can I do anything for you? That's not going to happen. I'm just.
That's not who you are.
That's not who I need to sleep because I have to do carpool in the morning, right? So I'm just laying there and I'm like, I will pee my pants before I get up and go to the bathroom or move or anything because I am not. So his knee was out. He had to get his knee drained yesterday.
Ew, wait,
I'm
what?
like, yes, his
what
knee was like
mean?
all swollen and he couldn't walk. Like we went to the Cowboy game this weekend and he was like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, like hopping down the stairs because he couldn't move his knee. I was like, oh Lord, this is who I'm married to. I cannot even. So anyway, so his knee was out.
Disability.
Something's wrong with this man. So he has his leg up. I'm bringing him
by next week.
I'm not joking. He needs one. I really think there's something wrong with him. Like I'm like, you need to go to like a legit doctor and figure I don't know if you need hip replacement, knee replacement, if you need a vertebrae fix. I don't know what it is. Multiple surgeries probably need to happen at this point in our lives because this is annoying. So he had to go get his knee drained. He said that they drained like all of this fluid out of his knee.
Why was it there?
I don't know. I don't know. And I said, I'm sorry, can I get you, I'll go pick your medication up at CVS. Like, that's me being helpful, right?
Gross.
Put your knee up. I won't take care of you, but I'm going to pretend. So his knee's out, his back's out. He does go get a massage. I don't know what's wrong with him. If you're a doctor and you would like to do
an evaluation
video
on
call
him.
of my husband, I'd really appreciate it. There's something going on with him. But you know what? He's been under a lot of stress. And I think with Travis, when he gets stressed out, like I let it out emotionally. Like I will be an emotional wreck, right? And I'll call everybody and I'll just rock back and forth in my house for 5 days. Travis holds everything in and it manifests in his body.
He likes to power through, and sometimes that makes the issue worse.
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah.
Yes, but it also can make him a little, angry little troll too sometimes. I love you if you're listening. But honestly, sometimes he just gets, like I did not break his back, but he really thought I did because I tried to help him. So I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah. And I would just love to see you break his back.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm not convinced that Stephanie is not going to start crushing up Nutrafol and putting it in my food so that my hair grows out faster.
I really am going to, because it is stressing me out. Like sitting here looking at you this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I have not been a good friend. You should call me before you did that to your hair. I mean, truly, because my hair's in a ponytail.
It's gonna grow out.
Like I have the best hair right now. I mean, look at you,
look
and
at
then
you,
look
so
at
luscious,
me, and
these
my hair's in a ponytail. But look, it's so full and so
your
amazing.
Your hair is very full.
It
you don't
really
have extensions
is.
in?
No.
Wow.
I know. I can't believe it myself, and it's grown so much. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, "Who are you? And how are you so fabulous?"
The key is you've been consistent with Nutrafol for how long? 2 years?
No, not quite 2 years. About a year plus, probably a year and 3 months. I would say.
The key with Nutrafol is you have to be consistent.
Yes, and
that is huge.
Yes, and I will say it takes about 2 to 3 months for me to really see a noticeable difference. But after those, I would say about 3 months, I noticed that my hair was visibly healthier, visibly thicker. It just looks so much better.
And you used to be an extension queen.
Yes, I'm going to get my mom on it next, because my mom has really, her hair is just
My mom takes it and loves it. It's really made a huge difference in the health of her hair.
My mom's been complaining about her hair a lot, and I'm like, Mother, I have the thing for you. So I think I'm going to get her on it next. But no, it is amazing. I have talked about this so many times, even on my personal social media, because it's something that really has changed my life. And I have so many people that follow me. And the 2 times where I feel like they really say their hair is not like thinning or not where they want it to be is after pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Or when your hormones change. So a lot of it's hormonal, like the older you get, your hair changes. And then also after pregnancy. So those are kind of the 2 times where I feel like people comment the most about how they are just dissatisfied with their hair.
And if you go to Nutrafol.com, you can take a hair health quiz, and it will help you identify the cause of your thinning hair, and then kind of give you a personalized plan to better help your hair growth and just whole body health in general.
Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off of your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code WeeklyDose. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code WeeklyDose. Again, that's Nutrafol.com, promo code WeeklyDose. Okay, so last night, I made pasta for the first time, like handmade.
Ever? What? Why?
Because I've been really working on myself. I've decided that New Year's it's around the corner. It's not here yet, but why wait till New Year's to make resolutions that I can make now? So my thing is, Travis always says, see, this is another, he's so cranky with his back that now he's made me feel bad about my cooking. So then he's like, every time he's like, oh, what are we having? Spaghetti, lasagna. There's like 5 things that I really like to make because they're easy and I know how to make them. So this week I've been doing different things every day. And I'm not going to lie, I've really impressed myself with my cooking abilities. I had no idea I had it in me. And it's not going to stay here for long. I'm going to go back to my ways very soon. But yesterday I had some sausage. And I was like, what can I make with sausage? So I was like, oh, rice. And then I didn't have everything I needed. So I was like, you know what? Everything else was pasta. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make my own noodles by scratch, because then it's going to be different than the spaghetti I always make. And he's going to be very impressed, right? So I made my own noodles.
Uh-huh.
It took me forever and a happy day. I had to cut those suckers out. They were hanging from everywhere. My house was so noodleicious.
I wish you took a picture of that. I can just see it.
They were on every ounce of the corner. Like I had like little strips. I cut those strips individually with a pizza cutter because I did not have the noodle making stuff. It took forever, right?
How long did it take?
2 hours. I was noodle making for 2 hours. Like I had to, first you have to make the dough, and it's 4 cups of flour and then 5 eggs if you don't have large eggs, or 4 large eggs. So I had 5 eggs and you knead it up. Takes forever. I mean, like I am so muscular today. I can't even tell you because I spent so much time on these dang noodles. Then you put it, after you knead it up and it's really nice, you put it in the fridge, let it set for a minimum of 30 minutes. And then you take it out, cut it in 4s, and then you have to roll it out to where it's paper thin, and then you cut.
And
unless you have a noodle maker.
Which you should definitely
Which I think I'm going to get. So
yeah.
anyway, so I made them. I had noodles everywhere. And I kept those noodles out. Like I was like, Travis, when are you coming home? And he was like, 20 minutes. I said, let me know when you're 2 minutes away. I had noodles because I wanted him to know how much effort I put in, right? So my countertops were so noodleicious everywhere. So then he walks in and I am like, can you believe that I did this? I was
just covered in flour.
I was so impressed with myself. I cannot believe I never put that much effort into anything but walking 14,000 steps. That's it. Like nothing. I was so proud of myself. So anyway, so then the noodles take 2 minutes after you get them all done to cook. So it takes forever to get them to the place, but when you cook them, super fast. Anyway, so my family said it was the best dinner I've ever made.
Really?
Yes. And I mean, yes. Yeah, so I feel like I'm going to teach people on Insta. I'm going to do a story next time I do my noodles.
Well, you need to get like a noodle maker.
Probably, but then I'm wondering if they were so good because
you handmade them.
Because I mean, they were made out of love. Like I literally made those little noodles. Was it love or frustration
at some point?
Well, I mean, this is all you need: a pizza maker and a knife. So I had that pizza cutter. Yeah, like I had my little finger. Yep. I would put my finger there, and then I put the pizza cutter right beside it, so I could fill the noodle, make sure I didn't go too thin.
It was more like a fettuccine noodle.
Yeah, it was more of a fettuccine. They were delicious. Chance, who never compliments me ever, even said, "Mom, these noodles are fire."
Oh, wow.
He said, this is the best thing you've ever cooked. And I said, oh my gosh, this makes me want to spend 2 hours making you fresh noodles every day.
Don't get used to it.
Like, I'm not joking. So yes, I am working on my cooking.
Wow, I'm very impressed. Oh.
Today.
Oh.
When I know that this is not even a sponsor of ours right now, but I'm hoping it will be soon. I got my
your Factor
meals in.
Yep.
And I'm like, screw those noodles. I am just going to eat my Factor meals for the next month. Anyways, it's so good. So good.
Well,
I did Factor last year because I was doing what is it? What is that diet where you don't eat
keto.
I was doing keto, yes, because I was like, Mama needs to lose some weight. And I like cheese. So I was like, keto it is. I did keto. I lost so much weight, and the food was really good. I lost so much weight, and the food was really good. So, and keto, I think, is out of all diets, like the easiest thing to stick with.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right?
Because you can eat as much as you want as long as you eat certain things.
You can eat
meat.
Bacon.
Oh, you can eat as much bacon as you like.
Yeah, and you can have cheese.
Yep.
And you can make that, have you ever made that candy bacon?
Yeah, sure.
So good.
I think if you're doing Ozempic, keto is the best diet to do with Ozempic because you need protein because your body's just eating away at fat. So if you're filling your body full of protein, because that's all keto is just protein. It's just a match made in heaven.
But why does keto, if you're not on Ozempic, why does keto work so well? I don't know why it works so well. I guess because
it's something with your metabolism.
Because you're not doing carbs.
Yeah.
And I don't believe you do sugar, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can't have fruit. You can have certain vegetables, but you stay away from anything that's high in sugar.
Yes. So today I had before I got here, I had the shredded chicken bowl. It was so delicious. And again, we're not getting paid for this. It's just really good. So if you're on a diet.
No, but I think they are a sponsor in the future. So we might have a discount code coming up. But we do actually like it.
We're going to try to get a discount code for you guys. But it's so good. It is so good.
Yep.
Okay, let me ask you this. I do have a problem because my husband snores a lot. What would you do to get the person that you love to stop snoring? Do you think it's rude to kick them as they're sleeping?
Well,
or to push them?
You should hold his nose.
Do you do that with Zach? Does he snore?
No, okay. He doesn't.
Yes, that's
We're
my
both
next thing.
heavy sleepers, so no. But I would just pinch his nose until he slowly suffocates and wakes up.
What I've been doing is and
then just roll back over.
What I've been doing is I've been kicking my leg over on top of his leg real hard to wake him up and pretend like I'm sleeping.
Just doing a high kick in bed?
Pretty much. Yes. Pretend like I'm sleeping. That way he will wake up.
Pushes him all the way off the bed.
That way he will wake up and be like, oh, startled. And then I pretend like I am asleep, and I did that in my sleep like I was running from somebody. So it doesn't seem rude. But he falls asleep too quick. I'm like, okay, all I need is 5 minutes to get my butt to sleep, and then I'm good. But yes.
I've had some very vivid dreams lately, and I don't like that.
Like about what?
Just random things. I will wake up and I will remember almost all of my dreams. Zach never remembers his dreams. One time he did, and he was mad at me, and I was like, see? I was like, you piss me off in my dreams once a week. Now you know what it feels like.
Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook. all the things.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast, and you can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS. Bye.
Bye.
Yay Networks.